Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another tier list video. In this one we are going to be doing Gen 6, starting off with none other than Chespin. I actually don't mind Chespin. I think he's actually kind of cute. I like his little hat. I think it's charming. I don't know what he's supposed to be, like an otter or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it's actually kind of cute. And then Quilladin, I feel like in the past I was probably kind of hard on it, but I actually, like, looking at it right now, I think it's actually kind of charming, and I like its little, like, horned pod in his face. He looks fun. I don't know, I could see him being, like, a cartoon character, not just, like, you know, in the Pokemon anime, but a cartoon character, period. And then we move on to Chestnut. Chestnut, I'm gonna put... I feel like I was harder on Chestnut in the past, but I actually don't hate Chestnut right now. I mean, like, I don't love the design, but I think I kind of get it more, and I feel like it would probably, like, I mean, I don't know much about the stats of these Pokemon, but I feel like I've heard good things about Chestnut's stats. So, and I mean, I'm always in favor of a strong Pokemon. But yeah, Fennekin. I'm gonna say B tier. I think it's cute, but I don't know if I like it much outside of that. Braixen. Again, I don't hate it, but, like, I think because I find this charming, and then I find, let's get Delphox out of the way. I think Delphox is cool. I think there's nothing unique to me about Braixen that I think makes it stand out in any way, the way Quilladin is kind of a good in between, but it still has features that I think are unique to itself. So, yeah. Then we move on to the Pokemon I think I probably would have chose if I would have played this generation. Froakie. I'm gonna put Froakie in A tier. He's a cute little guy. I think Frogadier, like, suffers the same issue in my mind with that Braixen does, that I don't think it's all that different, you know, than Froakie. I don't know why I call them Froakie and Greninja, and so yeah, I'm gonna put him in C tier. That being said, Greninja is going to be our first S tier of this generation. I think the reason why I like Greninja so much is because I've gotten more exposure to Greninja due to Smash, but I just think Greninja has a really cool design. I think he's just, I like the colors, I like the aesthetic, I like the concept. Really cool. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't really like this thing. Bunnelby, I'm not really charmed by it. And then Diggersby, I think I hate this thing even more. It kind of just looks like it'd have bad breath. You know what I mean? Which, you know, we never want to be caught in a scenario where we have bad breath or be, you know, trapped with someone who has bad breath. I don't know what I'm going on about. It's a D tier. Fletchling. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I actually, when I replayed, when I played Pokemon Scarlet for myself, I had one of these on my team, and I actually really liked it. Fletchinder, it's kind of just like forgettable. I don't know. And then Talonflame, I actually really like. And probably because I had one on my team, and I really liked using it. So we're gonna put Talonflame in A tier. Scatterbug. I like how it looks. It's, like, cute, goofy looking. I don't know. Like, I think it does what the other, like, caterpillar Pokemon do successfully, which is kind of look goofy but have some charm, you know. Spupa, I like the colors, but it's kind of just like, okay, you know, like, you're kind of waiting for the next thing. Like, no one's really excited. I mean, you know, and if there's Spupa fans out there, then, you know, shout out to you, but I'm not sure if anyone's, like, you know, all that excited for Spupa as much as they would be for Vivillon, I believe. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I really like the colors. I think it comes in a bunch of different variations, which whoever made this tier list, thank you for not putting every single one, because it does kind of get exhausting to just, like, have a whole row filled up where I just create another tier and then, you know what I mean? But anyway, B tier. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna be honest, I've been a Litleo and Pyroar hater since the time I've been introduced to them. So let's just, I don't know what it is. When I think of, like, if someone were to tell me, oh, you know, what would you imagine for a lion Pokemon or a lion cub Pokemon? I feel like there's so many exciting things that you could do, and this is just so boring to me. It's kind of uninspired. They look like, I don't know. They look like advertisements for a traveling circus to me. I don't know what to. It's just they don't look like Pokemon to me. They kind of just look like, I don't know, maybe like a Zootopia character. I don't know. I've never seen Zootopia either. Okay, Flabébé. I actually like this thing. I think it's charming, but I mean, you can't. I don't know. Moving on to Floette. I actually really like Floette. I like that it's like a Pokemon. Why is it not working? Hello? Okay. Carrying a flower. I think that's really cute. And then moving on to Florges. I think Florges is an awesome design. I like the name. It's like, what is it? It's like a bouquet of flowers, but that looks like almost like a mermaid. But I don't know. I think it's just so cool. Skiddo. I think it's such a cute name. You know, baby goats being called kids. Fun name. But I think design-wise, it's kind of boring. And I think it's, you know, I don't know. Whenever I've gone up against a Skiddo or a Go-Goat, I always like defeat them very easily. I was surprised that what was her name? It was like I don't remember her name. It was like the final person that you battle in the Pokemon League in Scarlet and Violet. She has like long black hair. She had one of those on her team, and I was like, really? Like, I don't know. I did not struggle with it at all. I killed it immediately. But anyway, moving on to Pancham. I feel like I want to like Pancham more and Pangoro more, but for whatever reason, they just don't. I think it's the same issue for me that I have with Pyroar and Litleo, is that I feel like a little something more that could be done. I'm going to say design-wise, these are a lot more fun. You know what I mean? They look like they have some sense of character instead of just being an animal. Do you know what I mean? Like they look kind of maybe like, I don't know, like tough guys. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the vibe that I get from the panda Pokemon. And so I like that it has some sense of character and it's not just like plain like black and white. Like there is tint to it. But I don't know. I just, there's something missing for me. What is your name? It's like a llama dog. I think it's Furfro. I try my best to like look through the names of the generation that I'm gonna be ranking before I do it, but sometimes some of the names just don't stick in my head. Furfro, we're putting in D tier. I don't feel anything when I look at it. I don't know if I'd put it on my team. I'm assuming it's normal type. I don't know. Esper's a little weird thing. I think its eyes are obviously like the big like the drawing point of its design, but I just think it's kind of boring and I don't really like psychic Pokemon that much. And so Meowstic, I like the design better, just out of the sake of not creating an other tier. I'm gonna put both of them in B tier because I actually don't hate the design, but I don't think I'd ever have one on my team, and so I find it hard to put it anywhere higher as like B or S or A or S. Moving on, what is your names? Like Honedge and Doublade. I'm just gonna be honest, I do not like any of these things. I am not against, you know, the concept of a Pokemon that doesn't necessarily look like an animal. Like I love Magneton, and that's literally a Pokemon designed to look like magnets. And so it's not that. I just think these are so boring. I don't know. I just don't like them. I don't know. I'm just trying to like think if there is something that I like about them. I think, you know, what a waste of a ghost typing. I think ghost Pokemon, you know, tend to have some unique, exciting design about them, and I think these just fall short of that for me. Spritzee, I'm gonna put it in B tier. I don't hate Spritzee. I just don't necessarily love it. I don't see myself putting it on my team. And then Aromatisse, I actually don't like it less, so let's put it in C tier. Swirlix. Okay, I think it's kind of cute actually. I like the sprite of it, so I'm gonna put it in B. And then I don't know why this reminds me of like a kindergarten teacher. I don't know, but I don't like it as much as Swirlix, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. Inkay is a cutie. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I think he's really cute. I hate Malamar. I really do not like it. I think it's a great Pokemon for like a villain, but it's almost like it really takes ugly to that like next level. Like it's so off-putting. I don't know, like its arms and its legs look so creepy to me. His eyes seem so full of, malice. And I mean, I guess his name's Malamar, so, it's not that far off. I mean, aptly named. I think it's a fitting design. I just don't like it. Binacle, or Binnacle, like Barnacle, Binacle, whatever. I'm gonna say C tier. I don't know. And then Barbacle. I'm gonna say C tier as well. I don't really love these, but I feel like I've hated. I'm gonna put this one in D tier and then that one in C tier. Ooh, okay, that's gonna go on, but I mean, I just don't like them. Skrelp. I think Skrelp is an adorable little thing. Patricalgi, baby, that design, that name, unmatched, so good. I think I really like the typing too. I think it's a poison dragon, which I don't know if that leaves it open to weaknesses, because I don't know like the typing weaknesses, all that, or the typing matchups, whatever, that well, but I think it's such a cool design. I think it's cool that it's not just water, that it's dragon and poison, so I think it sets it apart from like Kingdra, and so I don't know, I like it. I think it's really cool. Moving on to another thing, Clauncher. I think I'll always have the memory of me seeing Clauncher in the teaser for Scarlet and Violet, and because I'd never played Gen 6, I remember in one of my Legends Arceus videos, I was like, oh, and I think they showed a new like crawfish or lobster Pokemon. Which I feel silly for having said it, but I mean, I didn't know better. I'm gonna put it in B tier, and then Clawitzer, I don't hate it actually. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna put it in B tier. I think it's pretty cool. Just like a huge claw, like ready to, I don't know, blast or bite or, I don't know, crunch down on something. Helioptile, Helioptile. I don't know how you say this thing's name. I just think it's boring. I don't know. There's not much to look at with that one. What is your name? Heliolisk? I'm gonna say no, C tier. I don't know. These look like half-baked designs for me. I feel like there's something missing, and I know that it's like, I'm gonna sound so stereotypical of like, oh, put some sort of lightning on it, like some lightning bolt effect on it, but like ink, just because they're electric Pokemon, but still, it's like it needs something else. It's kind of boring to look at. I'm not excited by it. Tyrant. Out of the dinosaur Pokemon, it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. And then Tyrantrum. I like the name more than actually, it's not that bad. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I think technically these are a dinosaur Pokemon too, right? Amora, I'm gonna put it in C tier, and then I'm gonna put this one in B. No, actually, they're both going in B tier because I don't hate them any more than I hate these two. I mean, I don't hate them. I just, you know what I'm saying. Sylveon. Now, I always preface, I'm not the biggest evolution fan. I'm not going to be like, I don't know. I feel like there's people who really like the evolutions. I feel kind of just like whatever about them, but I think Sylveon's a pretty cool one, so I'm going to put Sylveon in A tier. Oh boy, Hawlucha. I hate this thing. I think it's so, like, what a waste of a concept. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's so weird looking to me. It's so weirdly proportioned. I think in the anime, even Ash has one on his team, which I'm like, wow, of all the Pokemon, they chose to feature that one, so. But yeah, I just don't like it. It's not for me. Dedenne, I think it's Dedenne. I'm going to put it in B tier. I don't like rodents, but I think it's like a cute version of the, Pikachu family. Carbink, there's not much for me to like about it, but I don't necessarily hate it. I don't know. I like that it's like a little head peeking out of its body, but I don't know. All right, Gumi, Sliggoo, and Goodra. I'm gonna say Gumi in B tier. I actually don't like Sliggoo that much, and then I'm gonna say Goodra, we're going to put in A tier. It's not an S tier for me. I don't particularly love it, but I mean, these are like, this is such a strong S tier for me. So yeah, Goodra's going to go in A tier. Klefki. I actually really like Klefki. This, I don't know if that popped up. I accidentally right-clicked. I know what you might be thinking, like, oh, you put Chestnut underneath, a key ring. I don't know. Something about Klefki really, it works for me. I think it's such a stupid design, in the same way as all these sword and like shield Pokemon. It's such a stupid design, but this one's, they pull it off for me. I don't know. I mean, I think the typing is pretty good. I think it's Steel Fairy, which I think so is what is it, Tinkaton? And so I don't know. I like it. I like the design. I can see myself having one on my team. I don't know. I like it. I don't know how to justify it, but it's A tier for me. I would even just out of design alone be willing to consider putting it in S tier, but for now I'm going to say A tier. I don't want to be too outlandish with it. Oh, Phantom, this adorable little baby. I think he is so cute. The first time that I ran into one of these was when I played Sword and Shield, and I thought, oh my god, this is adorable. I freaking loved it. And Trevenant. I think Trevenant's such a cool Pokemon. I think it walks the line of like, creepy but fun and powerful. I don't know. I really like it. Trevenant is an S tier for me. And then we move on to less exciting, Ghost and Grass Pokemon. Pumpkaboo, I'm going to say, wait, what the heck? Where was this thing? I'm just going to leave it in C tier. I think that's where I put it. Pumpkaboo, I'm going to say is B tier. And then so is Gorgeist, Poltergeist. So I think it's Geist. Gorgeist, I don't know. Actually, I really don't like that thing. That feels fair to me, and it feels correct. I actually like the little face that it has in this one, but I don't like anything about that one. I think it looks kind of weird. I don't know. Bergmite. I don't know if in the past I hated that thing, but I actually don't hate it. And now Avalugg, oh boy, it's acting up again. Avalugg, I'm also going to put in B tier. I remember being sort of like an Avalugg hater when I was in my Legends Arceus phase, but I really like it now. Noibat is a cutie, love. Like Phantom, and maybe, Noivern is perhaps, an S tier. I mean, for me, maybe I should have made that noise. That was a little loud. But for me, Noivern is such a cool freaking Pokemon. I think the design is great. I love the colors. I love the stance. I love the name. It is so freaking cool. It checks all the boxes for me. 1,000,000% would put one on my team without a doubt. Love Noivern. Moving on to Xerneas. I actually like the colors on it. I'm gonna say, I'll say A tier. I like it. Yeah, I like the design. I think it's pretty cool. What's your name? Yveltal. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. I'm gonna put it in B tier. And then Zygarde, C tier. Now, Diancie, I think I saw one of the Pokemon movies with Diancie, and I thought it was so annoying. And I also just don't like the design, so we're going to go ahead and put it in C tier. I also saw the Hoopa movie. I think this version's a lot more cool, like a lot cooler, so we're going to rank this one instead. We're going to put it in B tier. Feels good. Actually, I might move this down to B tier because I don't like it that much. But yeah, Hoopa, we could do this one too. It's not that much. Put this version of Hoopa in C. Now Volcanion, very cool that he's like, I think the only fire water Pokemon. Am I wrong about that? Maybe. But I think it's really cool, that fact alone, but I'm going to just put them in B tier because I'm not the biggest fan. And then these variations, I don't know. It's fine. They don't need to be ranked. So let's look. Am I putting Klefki in S tier? Let's just see how he looks up there. Out of place. So yeah, this is the tier list. Greninja, Florges, Dragalge, Trevenant, Noivern feel like very good S tiers to me. yeah, I don't know. I feel good about it. Let me know what you think. Do I have terrible taste? Do you wish I would have just ranked these Pokemon? Sorry, I won't. um, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Or say nothing. Oh yeah, I guess I'll plop up the old version of it too. And yeah, that's gonna be all for this one, everyone. Bye.